What is up, everybody? I'm making a different type of video today. Yeah, if you read the title, this week was crazy. It's Friday now, happily. So we still have Saturday and Sunday, but next week's spring break for me. So yeah, I sound like crap because I just woke up and I just ate it like a giant thing like this big, 2 of them of Starbursts for breakfast, so my teeth kind of hurt. But let's get into this video. Sort of like went up my nose. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, no, Monday and Tuesday were pretty normal. Went to school. Nothing crazy happened at all. It was just a normal day. They were pretty chill, if I'm being honest. Just writing my essay, and then yeah, it was pretty fun, if I'm being honest. Then Wednesday was really fun. I did nothing. It was new comic book day too, and all I did that entire day was watch the new episode of Invincible, which is like only 45 minutes long, but it took me all day because some of my classes don't allow us to have phones. Some of them do, so that's what I did. So that was pretty fun. I talked with some of my teachers I have a teacher who really likes Invincible, so I talked to him about it for a little bit. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were all really chill. Well, Monday was it? Monday was just a Monday. It was long. And then Wednesday, I had a math test that I had an 80 on, even though I suck at math. Alright, well, now let's get into the 2 most chaotic days, which is Thursday, and then today, which is Friday. Now Thursday was a normal day, if I'm being honest. My first and second period, we did nothing. I was just on like Google Maps the entire class, just looking around. So that was pretty fun. And then what did I do in third period? Yeah, we watched The Wizard of Oz in third period. So it was pretty fun, if I'm being honest. And then fourth period. What did we do in fourth period? We worked on this project we've been working on. So that was fun. And then I talked to some of my friends and teachers in that class. And then, yeah, there was a lot of people that were not there on Thursday. And I got lucky. And then here's when it starts to get crazy. So we're at lunch. My lunch, I don't know what time it starts, but I know it ends at like 12:08. It ended. So I get my lunch, right? It was breakfast. It was pretty good. It was literally just a normal lunch. We're just talking, chatting, chillaxing, doing our thing. And then I go to the bathroom at like 11:57. I go through the line and I get a Diet Pepsi and a cookie. I didn't even get to finish my cookie before the fire alarm's like start chirping, and I think it's a drill. So I grab my phone, AirPods, and keys. I leave my bag, which is very important for later. So I start walking towards the exit, and I see 2 of the most serious teachers go, "This is not a drill!" and started shoving us out. And I was like, oh shoot. Oh shoot, what just happened? So I walk outside, and they were telling us to go to a bunch of different places. So I walk towards one of them, and they're like, "No, this way, towards the football field." And I thought it was a fire, so I'm like, why would you be pushing us towards the football field if the school's on fire? And then I start to get a little panic, because they're like, "No, go to the soccer field," which is like, the school's here. The soccer field's over here. I was like, oh shoot. And then there's so many police cars. There's like at least 10 of them. From what I saw, they had both exits blocked off, and I was like, oh shoot. So I'm walking with one of my friends, and he gets a text saying that there's a gas leak in the school. And I was like, okay, I knew I felt a little sick today, but I still feel sick. That's why I sound like this, and my nose is sniffly. So, yeah, there's a gas leak. So we're just chilling. We're probably on the field for like, the minute I get on the field, I realize something's up because they're like panicking. And then I get a text from one of my friends that says, there was a bomb threat at my school. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I don't really care. Yeah. Makes sense why there's so many police cars. So, it was pretty scary if I'm being honest. Well, it wasn't, because this has happened to my brothers and nothing's happened. And I did not think it was real until they're like forcing us all to like sit down and be low to the ground. I'm like, okay, big dog, if you say so. I mean, you're the police officer. I'm just a student that left my bag in there, and now I'm starting to panic because I'm not going to be able to get it. So, at least I had my phone, AirPods, and keys. But, yeah, this takes an even worse turn. So, they start, like, freaking out. And they're getting us on these buses, right? The buses are just, like, normal buses. But they have us 3 to a seat. Now, you know me. Well, you probably don't. I'm not the skinniest guy of all time. So, I was sitting on the edge. And if I tell you that was the most uncomfortable place I've ever sat, like, my cheeks were literally being spread. Because I was slipping off the edge, and it was so hot on that bus. It was so painful. It was bad. It was, like, really painful. And then, so, yeah, they take us to this college campus right by our school, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's 1:28. I'm like, let's go home. No. I get word from one of my friend's moms where it tells him, and then he tells me, so the school's here, there's like a road here, and then the interstate is like all the way over here. The traffic's all the way backed up to that interstate. I'm like, I'm happy because my dad was like, he was pretty close. He got there pretty soon. When I tell you, I did not get picked up till 30 minutes later than I would have got picked up. So I didn't even get to go home early. There was just a bomb threat. At least it started spring break off with a bang. Oh, shoot. And I still don't know how they got it. I don't. I've not heard anything yet. I've been looking it up on Facebook, and there's been nothing. Like, this is like the second, like, or third thing that's happened this year, bro. Why can't we be normal? Why can't we just be normal? I mean, why can't we all just be, like, chill, nonchalant? Alright, and then here's the part that stressed me out more than anything. So you know how I said I left my backpack at school? Well, today, this morning, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I have my permit test that I'm taking. In my backpack, I have the school compliance form in that backpack. And I cannot take my test until I have that. So we went back after everything at like 6 o'clock yesterday, and they wouldn't let us in. So I couldn't get my backpack. So I was starting to panic because I would not be able to take my permit test. So we went back to the school at like 7 o'clock this morning. And for a good solid 5 minutes, there's nobody at the door. And then luckily, this W t-shirt comes out, lets us all in. I got my compliance form. I got everything. I sat at the DMV for 15 minutes, and I got my permit! Yes! Sweet! So, yeah, it was a very chaotic 2 days. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were pretty chill, but yeah, hold up, I'm gonna chug this water. I missed. So yeah. And another thing that might be worse is I think I'm getting sick. So, why can't people just be normal, bro? I just wanted to go home. I wanted Thursday to be chill. Just wanted to go home, go to sleep, do nothing when I got back home from school. I didn't want to be like, I mean, at least I didn't have to go to my math class. kind of like my math class some days. What's that noise? But, anyways, yes, this was one of, if not the most chaotic week of my life. I just sat here and yapped for 10 minutes, so, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.